Hello, readers and writers, and welcome to lesson number 12 of your ELA School Away from School. I am Mr. Driver, and I will be your virtual teacher for today's daily lesson. Let's revisit our guiding questions. What journey does food take before it gets to your plate? And how do we make decisions about what we eat? Remember, we'll continue to address these questions throughout our coming days. All right, time to get some materials for today's lesson. You're going to need your copy of the text. You might be able to follow your Thanksgiving turkey back to the egg, your copy of lesson number 12, the lesson number 12 note catcher, as well as a pencil. Go ahead and pause the video here and make sure you have everything needed for today. We have two learning targets for today's work. I can find the gist of a specific section from the text, and I can write a summary of an article including the central idea and supporting details. Let's make sure we keep these learning targets in mind during all of our work today. First, you will be rereading. You might be able to follow your Thanksgiving turkey back to the egg. For today's lesson, we will focus on the second half of the reading. So with a family member, caregiver, or friend, reread the sections titled Turkey Production is Big Business and Consumers Talk Turkey. As you read along, consider replaying and or listening to the text read aloud from lesson number 10. Pause the video here while you return to the reading. Now that we've read the text together, I want you to think about a couple of things. Remember, the gist is your initial thinking about what the text is mostly about. What is the gist, or what the text is mostly about, of each section? Turkey production is big business and consumers talk turkey. I also want you to consider how to summarize key events of an article. An effective summary has the following criteria. It is short, only a few sentences long. Provides a brief outline of what the text is mostly about, like oral paraphrasing and writing. Clearly explains the theme or main idea, the point that the author wants you to take away. Includes the most important details to support the theme or main idea. It's important to keep it short, say 5 or 6 sentences long. Try to think about one sentence per section from the introduction all the way through the subsections, but then also not to get lost in any one section. Because if you're writing 2 or 3 sentences from one section, you're kind of going a little too long in one area. So thinking about a summary covers from the beginning of the article to the end. Now it's time to have a discussion with your family member, caregiver, or friend. Remember, the gist is what the text is mostly about. So what is the gist? What makes you say that? If you had to explain the article to another, how would you summarize it in 4 or 5 sentences? Go ahead and pause the video here while you discuss these. Please take out your lesson number 12 note catcher. Using the lesson 12 note catcher, write the gist of the sections Turkey production is big business and consumers talk turkey. Review your gist notes from each section and then write a summary in your own words that clearly explains the main central idea that the author wants you to take away. Remember, a summary should not be copying the exact words from the article, but more so just like a gist, it's basically putting it in your own words. What is this article mostly about? From the beginning of the article all the way through to the end. Go ahead and pause the video here while you complete this work. Now, as you start writing, you want to remember to keep it just a few sentences long. Provide a brief outline of what the text is about, like oral paraphrasing and writing. Clearly explain the theme or main idea, the point that the author wants you to take away, and include the most important details to support the theme or main idea. Again, pause the video here while you complete this work. Time to wrap up today's lesson. Let's think about how you did with our learning targets. I can find the gist of a specific section from the text, and I can write a summary of an article including the central idea and supporting details. As a closing, share your writing with someone and tell them why you chose to draw or write what you did. Also, remember to read a book today for 20 minutes so you can read with a family member, caregiver, or friend. For fluency practice today, please read the article from today out loud or have an adult read the text to you while you follow along. Then practice reading the text at least 2 times on your own. Thanks for learning again today. Tomorrow in lesson 13, we will use all of our learning from this week and answer text-dependent questions for our weekly quiz. Have a great rest of your day.